Maybe it's my warrior spirit. I'm part Native American Apache and feisty Scots-Irish. My dad was in the Army, 2 uncles were Marines, and I was brought up to believe a man proves he's mettle by being tested in combat. So I joined the Marines. It was soon, good morning, Vietnam. And I learned quickly that war wasn't about being a man, it was about staying alive. And after I made squad leader, it was all about keeping my guys alive. I'd been in country about 6 months when we were choppered into Khe Sanh. It was January 21, the first day of the attack, and it didn't stop for 11 weeks. On April 16th, we were assigned mop-up work on one of the hills when I saw a squad of NVA snipers above us, and we suddenly heard shots. My guys trusted me to take care of them, to keep them alive. But sometimes I couldn't do it. There was one guy, Bob Sissio, 19 years old. We were just, really tight. Bob was in a bomb crater shooting when somebody yelled, "Sissio's hit!" I saw Bob come running down to me, falling to his knees, staring at me, saying, "You could fix this." I ripped open his flak jacket to apply a tourniquet, but his blood squirted right up into my face. I couldn't fix it. I looked him straight in the eyes. I needed him to think he was going to be okay and not feel the fear of death. He was gone in less than a minute. We took the hill, but 45 of our guys were killed and more than 100 wounded. We left that hill with parts of dead people scattered everywhere, theirs and ours. War is not a John Wayne movie. It is grisly and unforgiving. It is real. After that, I didn't want to feel close to anybody. When I got home to Columbus, Ohio, I tried to live a normal life, successful career, wife, kid. But in my mind, I was still in that war zone. I didn't feel alive unless I had that adrenaline rush of the danger, the risk. I joined the police department as a narcotics undercover cop. I was fearless. Maybe I really wanted to get killed, to be back with my buddies. 30 years I lived with that. Nothing wrong with me. Then I went to the VA for a bypass heart surgery, and they sent me to see a psychiatrist. It didn't take long before I was diagnosed with PTS, post-traumatic stress. I leave out the D because post-traumatic stress is not a disorder or a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you're a human being with a normal response to the traumas of war. There are 2 days in our lives: the day we are born and the day we realize why we were born. Our mission in life. For me, that day was in a VA anger management class. A chaplain was leading a group session, and I was complaining to him, "This talking, is that all we can do to change?" The chaplain said, "If you've got a better idea, do it." Well, for years I thought about Bob Sissio and all those guys who died in my company. They might have done something better than me. I had to try to live up to their promise and make a difference. Maybe in order to cure myself, I could reach out to help those who'd gone through what I've gone through. So in 2001, I co-founded a group for combat veterans. First, it was for the Vietnam vets, but then it was also for Afghanistan and Iraq vets. A lot of them had been self-medicating, drugs, alcohol, freezing themselves off from their families, some even serving jail time. They'd given up the dignity and honor they deserved. Well, what do we do to help? Sure, we advocate for their VA disability, help them get jobs, stay out of trouble, but mostly, we talk about the stuff that bothers them. We've been there, done that, so they listen to us. It's a gift when they start to share, especially about having to kill someone or seeing their buddies killed. You can't stuff it. You must talk about it, confront it. It's not going away. None of these new vets should have to endure the decades of nightmares we older vets did. The survivor guilt, traumatic memories. The helping cure works both ways. See, I couldn't live unless I tried to be part of the solution. It's what gives me the healing power of peace.
Well done. Well done. I love your photo. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Very well.